But I want to talk a little bit about Hart Trophy, Vezina Trophy, and Coach of the Year.
Okay, we'll do those ones.
So we won't get too in depth, but start things off with the Hart Trophy. Lepore, is it just Connor McDavid's to lose?
Yes, I'll say it. I think his points total by the end of the season is going to be so much further ahead than anyone else. The Oilers are going to make the playoffs. So to me, it's that whole thing. Like once in a while you see in hockey or even sports altogether for that matter, where people try to be cute with like, oh, this guy's the best, or like they debate over the actual definition of the award. Is it the best player? Is it the player who's most valuable to their team? Like what's hilarious is like, figure this one out. Michael Jordan in his NBA career only won 5 league MVPs. Like
it's crazy.
How? Because every year they'd be like, oh, this year David Robinson had a great year, we'll give it to him. Or I think Charles Barkley got one. I think maybe Clyde Drexler got one. And great players, great historical players. But to think over Jordan's entire career, he only got 5. It's because, again, people were trying to be cute. And it happens in hockey too. But I just think Connor McDavid is on another stratosphere. He's on another stratosphere. Like how I said before that I feel Austin Matthews may be the best post-lockout goal scorer I've seen and be on the list for the best goal scorers I've seen. If someone said to me, McDavid is the best player I've ever seen, I wouldn't argue with them. Like I really wouldn't. Like there's the players to me. And the biggest thing that jumps out about like crazy talented players is when they do things that when you watch them on their own, they don't appear to be very difficult, but they just do it all the time. And it seems to work all the time. And it always seems to like accomplish its goal by the way of like beating the guy one-on-one or scoring a crazy goal. So like, I'm almost more impressed with that like when I'm watching him, like, yeah, I know he's crazy fast and his talent's amazing, but he's just everywhere. And you can't even really explain why. Whereas like certain players, like, okay, like he pulled a crazy move or this or that, but with McDavid, yeah, like he's faster than everybody else. But I think it just runs deeper than that. Like, I think it's about his brain. I think like an underrated thing about Connor McDavid is is in between the ears and how he plays and how he computes things. And however you want to describe what, like how good he is or why he's so good, it doesn't matter. The guy's the best player in the world. He deserves the Hart Trophy. And like barring an injury, I can't see it going to anyone else. I really can't.
He's straight up the greatest player I've ever seen.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just going to say it. And, I know you're a huge Wayne Gretzky guy, and there's a lot of Mario Lemieux fans and Bobby Orr fans, but just in terms of pure talent, what this guy does on the ice, the way that he's able to operate at top speed at all times, it's like he's just playing a different game out there. He's insane. And I think barring an injury, really, I think Connor McDavid is going to win the Hart Trophy.
Yeah.
I think you can just lock it in. I would be a little bit interested in an Austin Matthews or an Alexander Ovechkin bet on the Hart Trophy, because if Ovechkin keeps this up and Washington, wins the Metropolitan Division, and the same thing with the Leafs. If the Leafs win the Atlantic, if Matthews wins the Rocket Richard, then he's going to get a ton of Hart Trophy votes. And he finished second in Hart Trophy voting last season to Connor McDavid. So yeah. I think it might be worth a sprinkle on Matthews and Alexander Ovechkin. But I think we're both in agreement that unless McDavid gets abducted by aliens, unless he gets injured, then he's probably going to win the Hart Trophy once again.
Yeah, I think it would take something like, for as far as they're going to be, as far as he's going to be in points, I think it would take something really historic on the part of Matthews or Ovechkin. It would take like 60 or 65. Yeah, so